friends and fiends, and welcome back to my Victorian duplex where we are plugging right along with our renovations. This week is going to involve a super satisfying reveal.
Quite the mess.
But a quick recap first. Last week we unloaded a few $1,000s worth of reclaimed hardwood, ripped off some siding, exposed a very sad looking sill plate, and started to reveal what the house might have looked like 100 years ago. But we're going to get an even better idea by the end of this video, so let's go. So keen-eyed viewers might have noticed that the plan seems to have changed a little bit. We've now got some scaffolding going on there, so hope you can hear me over all this crazy traffic. Basically, we kind of decided that just looking at the way the wall is constructed in several pieces that don't seem to be 100% kosher, and the fact that there is actually a bulge in the wall right here, which it is not showing up on camera, but Phil is generously demonstrating. We just want to actually open everything up to right about that height, just to get our eye on the structure, make sure that these uprights that are obviously having some issues down there, make sure that they are not falling away from the house. Basically, we kind of want to just check everything out. Are we a little bit concerned about scope creep? Yes, a tiny bit, but it is still only day one. Phil especially is confident that this is not going to be a problem, so if things go haywire, we're gonna blame him.
You can always just slap Tyvek on it and forget about it.
We did take a level to the sill plate, and it is actually shockingly basically dead on level. The windowsill is 100% dead on. The sill plate is 98% dead on level. So we actually probably don't have to fix that, but we are going to open everything up here, try to save the wood as much as possible, and yeah, that's where we're at.
It's so easy to remove.
There's a little band on the top.
That's a different kind.
Yeah, they have lots.
This one is a different kind than this one. This one is nailed in. That's why there was a weird transition.
Well, yeah, you can see the texture is all different.
Oh yeah, it's sideways instead of up and down.
Fake wood versus a cedar shake.
Yeah.
And then there was plywood.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Why was there plywood? Because there were insulation holes.
But they didn't bother covering any of the other insulation holes. So why these ones? It's a mystery.
1 cavity, 2 cavity, 3 cavity. It's gonna be 2 more holes here.
Yeah, probably.
So I am currently removing the siding here, and I just found a little detail. So that's the aluminum asphalt shingle, and when they installed the asphalt shingle, they actually went around the original molding profile. So the molding itself is gone, but you can see what it used to look like. A little curve here, reverse curve. So that's a fun detail. It's all gonna get torn out now, but you can see how it used to be a nice little molding. Not to mention they also, you can see the windows here, also used to have original nice molding profile there, and this piece of wood is part of that original window construction. You can see this is the original flashing here, and they just, when they covered it over with the asphalt, they just freaking sheared it off and said, we don't care about that. It can go. We don't care that it's stunning and original to the house. Bye-bye asphalt shingles, which is honestly quite disappointing and a feature I would love to bring back at some point. So I actually think I've seen examples of
this on other houses, so we can probably get a good idea of how to replicate it.
You can see there, this one they kept.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so Phil just pointed out that this window actually has most of its original trim, although it also probably extended out here a little bit. So I suspect when we remove this, we're going to discover a similar situation to here, except that it obviously has its profile, most of its profile. Here it's flat. Maybe because of the roof gutter situation, I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's what we kind of need to try and reproduce over here. Cool. Well, sad, but cool. Also, the house used to be brown and potentially cream and or yellow.
That's the original.
Oh, that's a wood.
That's
Okay.
wood.
Okay, so like a cream color. Is the cream on top of the brown or under the brown? Under. Okay, so originally cream and then later brown. Yeah, so like check this out right here. It's all like, especially right here. Oh, wow.
Let's
Yeah, see?
investigate.
Oh. What on earth?
It's just the whole cardboard backing, because under is not too bad.
Oh, yeah.
Got the roof, the entire roof was leaking right here, and got in.
Somehow the wood underneath looks great though.
Yeah.
Much to Phil's dismay, because then he knows I'm going to want to keep it. Wow. Looks like our house used to be brown.
It could be brown, it could be blue, it could be violet sky.
That was terrifying. Clearly, we are working super hard on the house, but not so hard that I can't stop to take a break for skincare, so let me introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, Foreo Sweden. Now, if you've been following my renovation journey for a while now, you'll know that I've worked with them before. I have their UFO 3, had it for over a year now, and it is so small and compact that I've even taken it on contract with me. But now I want to introduce you to their FAQ 202. It is a new generation of silicone LED face masks. Keeping my skin clean and healthy is extra important when I'm constantly surrounded by dust and debris, and the FAQ 202 gives me all the benefits of professional skincare technology without ever having to leave home. It's ultra lightweight and it's made with this flexi fit silicone, so it'll fit any face shape for even coverage with their 8 different wavelengths, including NIR, which helps to tackle signs of aging or other skin concerns. Their app offers different treatments for a simple and easy to use experience, and lately I've been enjoying the 5-minute quick refresh treatment, which is so quick and easy to do before bed every night, and already I notice my skin feeling softer and smoother since starting to use it. So if you would like to check out their FAQ 202 and other Foreo bestsellers, you can click the link in my description box, and don't forget to use my code Shannon30 for an additional 30% off on almost all of Foreo's products. The code also applies to already discounted items, so you'll still receive an additional 30% off. So don't miss out on this great offer, and thank you to Foreo Sweden for sponsoring yet another video. Window be free. There's
Yeah,
this
see,
there's
you
this
see
bit on
the
top.
caulking? That's the original. That's original. This year, there's just a 1/4 on add-on for the thickness when they change siding. This is original. This is original.
Yep.
This was just
Yeah.
a drip catch for the new.
Yeah, there we go. Very nice. That's what she used to look like. More or less. Probably less.
Pretty sure this wasn't there. Not sure about this though. No, I don't think that was there either. Maybe at some point, but I think that this is an extra layer. This and that this is the OG.
But you know what we should do? Let's go walk around the neighborhood and look for similar windows. Because there's a lot of similar windows.
This makes no sense.
Yeah, that shouldn't be there. Do you want the crowbar?
Well, what's that? Oh yeah, original color. Yeah, that's the original window. Right here. Oh yeah, there clearly was something here.
We've made quite the mess. So that's our first glance at what the house might have looked like way back when. It is interesting. We can see that there was maybe something here. Just looking at the color difference, it's the same paint, it's the same brown, it's just that this is in much better shape than this for some reason, which it would seem to reason that maybe this was sheltered for some reason, but actually I suspect that there was some sort of shelter to when you would like walk in, like an entryway porch situation at one point in time, and then maybe they just never repainted. I don't know, it's not clear, but there is definitely a line of caulk right there. There's some caulking, so something was like attached to the building at some point. But yeah, look at that. She's in rough shape, but honestly I think some of this wood could be reusable potentially. Thoughts, comments, questions?
Well, I think Shannon's right. I think there was a porch here. On the other side of the house, there was a porch. We can see it on Google Street View if we go back on a time machine. So there might have been something here. The sill plate is in terrible, terrible shape, or inexistent. It's completely gone at the back there. But it's nicer like this than with the aluminum siding, I think.
Does that mean I've won you over to Team Wood Siding?
Sure, we can just buy a new one after we trash this one.
Does that mean you're gonna pay for it? Ooh, the sun? What is the sun doing? All right, well, the sun is coming in and out like crazy, but I'm just gonna film this anyway because I wanted to pop in and do a little whimsical New Year's resolution check-in, because if you remember back to one of the very first videos of the year, I talked about how the closest I wanted to come to a New Year's resolution was to add more whimsy into my life. It sounded fun, it sounded easy, and it sounded like a way to actually genuinely bring some joy into my life in the form of a New Year's resolution. So I thought, you know, it is September. Let's just check in and see how it's going. So first of all, I present to you the perfect acorn. I found this out on a walk and I was like, my goodness, I have never seen a more iconic or storybook acorn. So there's that. Then I got a series of postcards. Actually, I think they're just regular cards, but they're featuring some very whimsical and fun art on them. So first of all, we've got Autumn, which has a series of 8 very cute and very autumnal images on them. Then we've got some forest gnomes. These are by far the most whimsical. This is why I decided to include these in here. And then if you open them up, you can see there's a bunch of little forest gnomes waiting to be framed and hung around my house because they are so stinking cute. And then lastly, I also got mushrooms because I love me a good mushroom. I love them to look at. I love them to eat. They are tasty. They are poisonous. They are colorful. And they are whimsical. So there's that. And also, this ties in greatly to, I think, the biggest whimsical purchase I have done so far this year. It is also a mushroom, but is this not the most whimsical tchotchke you've ever seen? Now, normally I don't go in for tchotchkes, but this one was just so cute. I absolutely had to. So it's mostly what seems like little forest folk. We've got one little mouse here. It's just this cute little scene. And then up here we've got, you know, a moth, a little ladybug, a flower, and I mean, the whole thing is a mushroom, but also, wait for it, and this is absolutely going to find its way somewhere in my house, probably eventually in my bedroom, because it is just oh so whimsical. So that was my update. If you also decided to take on a fun New Year's challenge, goal, resolution, whatever you want to call it, feel free to let us know what it is and how it's going in the comments below. And then there's that whole mess. And then there's this whole mess. This is definitely what we need to clean up next. Clean up, sort, take some metal to the dump and get some money for it. So, just out of curiosity, check if the house is plumb.
That's lead. That's an old piece of fat flashing or something.
From where?
I don't know, it was on the ground now.
Huh.
You want to check?
If the house is plumb.
Oh, like that?
Yeah. Looks pretty good.
Generally, it's pretty freaking good.
Gross average looks pretty good. So it looks like we might have been worried about nothing. That the bulge was just within
The 5 layers of extra siding.
the 5 layers of extra siding. In fact, you can actually kind of see it's still a little bulgy right now, but also because we were messing with it a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, the wood looks pretty darn. I mean, apart from the obvious holes from the blown in, looks pretty okay. Pat. Oui. No pat. No, no pat. Oui. Best. Best. Whoop. Whoop. Hopefully. Okay. Do you have something you'd like to tell the people? Do you have something you'd like to tell the people? Oh, you want puppy food. Is it time for puppy food? No. Puppy food's not there. What are you doing? So, yeah, that's about it for today. Really great, really productive first day. Very happy. So nice to be able to see the house like feeling a little bit more like its original self. It's been so long that I've been wanting to do this. And I think I convinced Phil about the wooden siding part. Always fun. So we're gonna wrap it up for today. We were super productive. We got way more done than we had anticipated. We got all the siding off. As you saw, the house is finally looking a little bit more like its original self. We cleaned everything up. It's all in buckets and baskets and ready to be taken to the dump. So today was destruction. Tomorrow should start the construction.
So that's the aluminum. That's the asphalt shingle. And the asphalt, oh no, it fell. Original aluminum, asphalt shingle, and the door frame here. You can have an idea of the...
Tu me donnes un bisou? Un vrai bisou? Ça, c'était pas un bisou.